are you? My name's Anna Tenbenza. Welcome back to my channel. I did a quick commercial break here, and I'm ready to get started again. I decided I'm going to try to get through at least to number 40 in the LeetCode problem set today. It's a lofty goal, but I've done 30 through 35, so that is the halfway point, and this would be over the halfway hump. So, without further ado, let's get started on this LeetCode solution. This is for problem number 36, valid Sudoku. And I have read this problem before. I've also done something similar in another version of this, so I think I know how I would have wanted to change it. Anyway, digressing. Let's go ahead and read this problem. So determine if a 9x9 Sudoku board is valid. Only the filled cells need to be validated according to the following rules. 1. Each row must contain digits 1 through 9 without repetition. Each column must contain the digits 1 through 9 without repetition. And each of the 9 3x3 sub-boxes of the grid must contain digits 1 through 9 without repetition. Note, a Sudoku board partially filled should be valid, but is not necessarily solvable. Only the filled cells need to be validated according to the mentioned rules. And then they give you these examples here. And then this is what the input would look like, and we see true. This is what this input looks like, and it would be false. And then they give you these constraints. So I essentially want to write a code for this that iterates through each cell of the board and checks if the current value is valid within a row, column, and a 3x3 sub box. So I want to do this by what I'm going to say is seen, so that we've seen it, to keep track of those values that have been seen in those rows, columns, and sub boxes. So the approach I'm going to take is that for each cell, it generates 3 keys representing the current values presence in the row, column, and sub boxes. So if any of those keys are already present, or if they've already been seen, it means the board is invalid and the function returns false. So if the cells are all checked and there's no conflicts, we're obviously going to return true. So I think that's probably that's how I want to take this on. So I want to first start by initializing scene, and we're going to call it scene set. Just like that. So we're going to say for I in range 9, because we're going to have 9, 1 through 9. For J in range, also 9. Oops, not 0. We're going to say number is equal to board I and J. So if the num is this, continue. So, and I'm saying that because these are periods. So the input is going to be period, indicating that that space is empty, which means we don't want to check it. We just want to keep going. So let's say row key, call key, which is the column, and box, which is that 3x3 box. So I think we have to say row here is I num, and this is going to be column. I'm going to say call J num, and here we're going to say, because this is a single integer, a single thing, so we have to say I//3 J//3 num to indicate that there's 3 and 3. So that's going to be box I3 J3 num. So let's say if the row key is seen, or call key is seen, or box key is seen, then we return false. And then let's say scene add for the row key, call key, and box key. That way we can say that we've seen one of those things. So scene add. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Guys, don't judge me, okay? I'm just gonna do a little bit of this. Don't mind me. Then otherwise we return. So what we're checking, right, is each row, right? We're checking each row if it's seen, we're checking each column if it's seen, each box if it's seen, and if it's not, then, or if we see it again, it's false, like it's not valid. And then if we don't see it, we do scene add, so that once we see something, it gets added. And then if there's no conflicts, then we just return true, because that means that it is valid. So just going through this, I think this hits all of those points. Yeah, let's run it and see how we look. Okay, I got the wrong answer on one. So the expected is expected to be true, but we got false. And let's see why we did that. So if row key is seen, or call key is seen, or box key is seen, return false. At row key, call key. So the board. I'm trying to think. So what is it seeing that I'm not seeing? So for I in range 9, for j in range 9, we do the num board. So if num is this, right, we just move along to the next one. Row, column, and then the 3x3 box, right? I feel like I'm missing something big. Board length 9. Board length 9. So 9 by 9 by 9. And then we have 3x3s. Let's see. Should I... If row key is seen, we returned false. So where did I go wrong here? Hold on. Where did I go wrong here? It's hard when they're in lines like this. Can I force it to go? I can. Oh, right here. Right? Yeah, because there's 8 and 8 in this line, right off the rip. And I think that might be the only one. 7, 6, 6, 5, 9. Yeah, wait. Go this way. 9, 5, 8, 7. So this is quite the test case. So let's rework this a little bit. I don't know how. Maybe let me reread the question again and see what I could change. Because I'm a little stumped. Maybe I shouldn't do this way. Maybe I shouldn't do any of it this way. Maybe I should change it to value. I'm going to change it to value. I'm going to do rows, columns, boxes, and then for I in range. And then I'm going to go through and check individually rows, columns, and sub boxes, and then return true. Because that's going to be a path of least resistance, I think. Because I think what's happening is that it's not registering it's registering all of it, but it's not registering if there's something here and something in here, then that would make it false. I think it's just like, okay, this works, this works, this works. So let's say set for in range 9, and then we're just going to copy that and put it down on each of the columns, rows, and boxes. And we're going to do the same for I in range, kind of like we did before. And then we're going to do the same thing with J, but instead we're going to do value. So for J in range 9, val equals board I. Okay. So if the value of something is that period, then we're going to continue again. And then let's go straight into checking for the rows. So if value in rows I, return false. And then we're going to say rows I, add val. And then we're going to do the same thing. You guys, this is lazy programming. Oops. In column. And then we're going to do the same thing for the sub box, but we have to do a little something before that. And I we need to do box x equals. We have to show it that it's 3 up and 3 times 3 plus j. The val in box, and then here instead of I, we should need to say box index return false. So actually, I need this to be boxes. I need this to be boxes because this is going to be boxes because I did boxes up here. Add value. We return true. So that's just doing it individually, like not crunching it all together. Call. Oh my god. Calls. Okay. Really? I cannot do this? Why can I not do this? Is it because I don't have space there? Is it because I don't? No. I was hopeful. What was the full? Any trouble with the... Okay. Well, okay, so then how do I let it know it's 3 by 3 then for this? Like, how would they know? How would they know? Dude. I just had a comma in there. I said I wanted to do up to 40 today. I have been a struggle bus. All right, let's submit this. You guys didn't see that? You didn't see that comment in there? Nobody saw it. It's fine. Wrong answer. Output true but expected false. Okay. Let's add that as a use case and run it again. So we're getting false here. Where, let me make this like this so I can try to understand it better. What? Hold on. I'm sorry. Am I missing it? Oh, 5 and 5. Right? 4, 3. Yeah. Okay. So here's my question. How did it get this one, but not this one? How did it not get this one? Is it because this one was right off the bat? I don't understand. Okay. I am very confused how it got one but not the other. Okay. I mean, the only thing I can think of doing is getting rid of this and doing kind of what I did before, but just including this box index. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it because, before this, we're going to take this out. Unless I want to do value. No, I know what I want to do. This needs to be board. J for this. And then we need to say board I, J. We're going to keep this here, but we're going to get rid of this, right? So we're going to say if nums in rows I or nums in calls J or num, actually I need that to be num and this to be num because it's a singular num in boxes, which we're going to say box idx, right? Does this make sense to you guys? Like if you were reading this right now and you're like, oh, a computer thinking about this, you would return false, right? Like, so I want to do rows I, then we're going to do add num. This is calls J add num, and then boxes at box idx add num. Will this work? High range board. It's just a little hybrid. Yes. Okay, we're submitting. Did we get it? Okay, it didn't do well on memory, but like considering that I got it wrong 6 minutes ago, not terrible. 64% it beats, 64% of Python users in runtime, but only 30% in memory. Obviously, this is going to be one I redo later on down the road. Very curious, though. Very, very curious. Okay, I will leave the solution in the GitHub repo, which will be in the video description down below. You guys are more than welcome to fork and clone, make it better, make it worse, have some fun, learn something new. And thanks for sticking with me through that whole emotional arc there. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.